Hi, this is the first filming in a short while. I had hoped to have a couple up the last 2 weeks. Unfortunately, life just sort of overtook, which is often the case. So I'm just going to do a sort of, well, not even a haul of the things that I've bought over the last month or so. It's just a sort of summing up of some of the sort of highlights um, of my purchases, like makeup and beauty wise. So, yep, I'll get started on that. The first thing, the biggest thing, would be the Masquerade palette by Juvia's Place. It is absolutely gorgeous. There's lots and lots of bright colours. Massive. They're a decent size. Excellent colour payoff. With, it's good value for money. I think this cost me £35. That's the biggest one. So quite pleased with that. I think it was Beauty Bay or Cult Beauty, I'm not 100% sure on that one, that I got that from. You can't really get it, I don't think you can get it in any shops actually in Scotland. I don't know how widely available it is in other countries, but certainly in the UK, specifically Scotland, you would need to order online. But it's definitely worth it in my opinion. I do have some of the colours on just now mixed in with the Huda Beauty Electric Obsessions palette, which is, I don't have it here, it's quite small. I was surprised at how small it was, but it does have a quite good pigment and it's quite bold, so quite impressed with that as well. That was £25. Another couple of items that I got were They're Real by Benefit. I got the tinted primer and the blue mascara. These are quite unusual things for me to purchase. The tinted primer is quite nice. It's brown, so the colours don't go well. That's, yeah, looks like a brown mascara, but it's a wee bit lighter. And you can put the makeup on straight over it, like mascara. I have tried it with the blue. It's very, very subtle, and you can't really tell that it's bright blue unless you get quite close. I do have a white mascara, primer, and when you put the blue on over that, it's really bold. You can really tell that it is a blue eyeliner. Sorry, not eyeliner, mascara. So that's that one. It's quite true to colour. Over the white, it doesn't show up anything like that over the brown, the tinted primer, this one. But it is quite nice. I got those from lookfantastic.com and also got They're Real eye makeup remover. It was quite a good deal actually. You had money off, plus you got this, which is another thing I didn't pay for, but it's one of my favourite products. It's the Benefit, eyebrow set. You get the Ready Set Brow, and the Precisely My Brow Pencil, which is what I'm wearing just now. Usually I wear like a darker eyebrow cake or pomade. I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills one, and that's a darker brown. They're very, very, very strong and very, very distinct, which, it works, but I need to wear really bold makeup and it's not very daytime friendly. But this is incredible. This is in shade medium 3. It's so light, but it shows up quite well. It looks quite natural. So that's just a tester, but it's just a couple of light sweeps on here. You can't really tell, but yeah, I'm quite impressed with that. I'm going to need to get a proper one. That runs out, and quite like the brush on this one actually. The Ready Set Brow is just a clear gel that you use to sort of set that. But as I say, that's just a plain colour, but I do like the brush on that one. So I'm not sure how, I think they're about £20 each for the pencil. Obviously it's much bigger. I think it's got a sort of spoolie in it, so you just sort of brush that through. And the gel's £20 as well. But if you shop around, some places that deals on I think look fantastic has some money off at the moment, which is quite good, so I would definitely look there. Another thing that I got was, I'll do these two together actually, the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk. Love that, it makes an excellent base for eye makeup, especially if you're going for a bold look. I've used it for years, so I've just got another one. And I got the Barry Kohl Pencil in White. Again, I think that's one of the best ones I've ever used. These are quite good because obviously they're quite cheap. I think that was about £3 and this was about 5 or 6. It lasts a long time, you get excellent colour payoff, it's well worth it. I tend to use the Kohl pencil in my waterline, that's what I've got on just now. And it just gives you that sort of nice wide awake look. And as I said, that is an excellent sort of base, so I would definitely recommend those two if you're on a bit of a budget. I think those are, you know, must-have products for every makeup kit, basically, especially if you're going to go bold. You need those. Definitely you need those. There's not too much else I can say about those because obviously that's covered quite well. The last products, it's a group of 3 I'm going to go over, is skincare. I'm 32 now, so I need to start really taking care of my skin. I've been fairly lucky and I've had fairly good skin. However, I've noticed recently that I've started to get more dry spots, especially up here, and that when you put on makeup is noticeable, which isn't so good. So I've started to start doing more skincare. I've got very sensitive skin, so I've got to be quite careful. I actually had samplers of these ones that I'm going to show you in a moment, of the moisturiser with one of the Birchboxes last year, and I was really impressed. It's not cheap, but it's definitely worth it, because obviously your skin's like the biggest organ in your body and it's exposed to elements and it goes through a lot and it sort of tells a lot about where you are and your health and everything, so it's definitely worth investing in. I think it's a good idea to get into a sort of good skincare routine from as early as you can, basically. I did a lot of silly things with my skin over the sort of years. When I was in my sort of pre-teens, early teens, I would buy the worst stuff possible. I would go into Pound Stretcher and buy this massive bottle of toner and moisturiser and, you know, cleanser and use it. So I was spending less than £5 on all these things and it was really not too good. I think that I sensitised my skin quite a bit over the years, so it took a very long time for me to find stuff that I could use without my skin reacting to it, because it's quite pale and quite sensitive. So definitely get into a routine of that early, and it's definitely something I would say spend a wee bit more on rather than less if you've got that option. But anyway, I got this, which is, I think is it Nuxe, N-U-X-E, it's a French brand, moisturiser for, is it Creme Prodigues Enrich Anti-Fatigue Moisturising Rich Cream. I use that in the morning. It smells gorgeous. It's quite creamy. And my skin's felt really good after using that. It's not greasy, it's not oily, it doesn't lie heavily on my skin. I don't feel like I'm coated or it's like kind of smothered as some of them do. Again, all of these 3 are from the same brand. It's the Creme Prodigues anti-fatigue moisturising eye cream. I use that in the morning. Just so I bump it in with my sort of ring finger. A lot of people kind of rub it in with this finger, their index, and you know, you can do that obviously, but because it's so light, I would just, instead of pulling down here, because that's obviously very sensitive, I would say just like that and just pat it in. Again, as I say, your skin's so visible, especially on your face, and it tells a story, so take care of it young and it should reward you when you're older. My mum had excellent skin. I don't think she tended to spend a lot of money on her skincare products. She bought oil of Yuli, as it was back then. That's what she used for a long time. I'm not sure if they still make that. They probably do. But hers was the sort of iconic kind. And as she got older, I think she started to use the Clinique stuff. Again, that's one of the ones where my skin didn't react too well to it. I don't think it helped that at the time I went in to get assessed for it. I was 18, I had just left school and my skin was quite oily still. It was sensitive, but it was oily. And it was just sort of before that stage where it starts to change. And my mother was, you know, late 40s, nearly 50. And the woman assessed her skin. My mum's skin was quite dry, so the way my skin's starting to go now, hers was. And they said that my, you know, quite oily skin and my mum's quite dry skin. You know, obviously different ends of the spectrum, teenager and middle-aged women. They said that her skin was exactly the same, needed exactly the same products, which is more for them because my mum bought it and I just used hers. However, I found the toner quite harsh. I couldn't use it. I do believe that they have sort of branched out and it's more, you know, they've got better variety, so they probably do have stuff to be more suitable for my skin or my mum's skin, or you know, two different types. I can certainly think that the oil-free moisturiser would have been better suited to my skin, but they didn't do it at that time, so I'm not really sure what the point of their assessing our skin was. I think it was just a case that, oh, assess skin, make it look legit and then sell it. Or it could just be that the sales assistant didn't know what she was doing. Anyway, that's by and by. The other product I've got is the NUX Creme Prodigy's Anti-Fatigue Moisturising Night Cream. Again, that's really thick, really luxurious, smells gorgeous, and I just put that on my face at night before I go to my bed, and it just makes my skin feel so soft and so lovely, you know, throughout the night and the next morning. Some people say that you should use the eye cream, you know, day and night. I don't. I had heard that if you use an eye cream at night, it can quite often, like, obviously you're lying there, so it kind of settles in, and it's a bit disgusting, which I have found that it seems to be quite true. You know, it doesn't matter what eye cream I use, I've always felt it's a bit, if I use it at night, so I only use that in the morning. Obviously if I'm going to go out somewhere and I'm kind of doing my makeup again in the evening, I will put on this one, the lighter one, and that on my eyes. That gives a nice good hydrating base to it. And I also use primer if I'm going to be doing that. So I don't think that's necessarily one that you do either or. I would use both, although I know a lot of people wouldn't. Again, you might have noticed the earrings. I'm still loving the climber ones. These are, is it Philip Jones? I got them off of Groupon, so quite fond of those. I'm not sure if they're sparkling much, but these ones have the clasp at the back of the ear there to hold on. So, and I'm getting on quite well with my hair. It feels quite good to have it short. Obviously it has been a long time since it was short. You know, previously, but I like the fact that I can wash my hair, condition it and dry it in about the same length of time as it would take to sort of wash, condition and sort of get my hair ready to dry, because I would just let it dry naturally. So it has saved a lot of time, and I tend to do it before I go to work. Previously I would have to wash it the night before and just let it dry overnight, but this time I do it before, so that's one of those things. Makeup's fairly light. It's actually 1:20 in the morning. I've worked a long full day shift. Started at 2, finished at 11. Went to McDonald's because I knew I was planning to come back and record. And I've just sort of run around doing things, so it's been a long day. I think I've been on the go for about past 12 hours, so this is just it, sort of winding down, and I hope to get some more stuff recorded on my days off. Over the last couple of weekends it's been quite busy. I went to an engagement party and that was based in a different part of Scotland. It's not like totally far away, but it's people I work with, and a lot of us come from counties either side of Glasgow, and this is sort of more central, so I come from one end and this engagement party was out the other end, so a few of us met up in Glasgow and travelled out that way together. It was the same coming back. It was good fun. It was really nice, but obviously it's not fun to travel around at that time of night. Just narrowly made it back to the train to get the last train back from Glasgow to where I stay, so I'm very lucky there. And the next day I went out to my auntie's, and again it was quite late, and then I came back and I had to go to work the next day, so I didn't really have time. And over the last sort of weekend I've been quite tired. I had one of my friends over and it was a good chat. It was really, really nice, but she left really late in the morning. Well, it was the early hours of the morning, and I still had work to go to later that day, so it was like a case of try not to have a really late one, but didn't really succeed in that. I didn't go into work with a hangover or anything like that. I stopped drinking after 2 or 3 drinks well before midnight, so it wasn't dodgy, but at the same time knocking on a bit, so I prefer to do my socialising when I've got a night off, and I'm going on to another night off, so you can just stay in the house and relax. So yeah, that's where I've been this sort of month. Just treat myself, and I've got some of these gorgeous things. I got a couple of the Marie stuff out of Aristocats from Primark. If you want to brought them out, so I've got a mug, I got a trinket dish, and I got a money box. So yeah, it's been quite nice. I tend to get a wee bit of a tendency to hoard slightly, so I've got to watch that, but I quite like that as well. So yeah, that's that for tonight. Hopefully I'll get this edited and up, and I'll be back on soon.